Welcome back to Gold Coast here. Broadbeach Bowls Club and the men's pairs final is in the books. Congratulations to Gary Kelly and Corey Wedlock getting it done in convincing fashion in the end. 22 shots to 13. And coming up next is the women's singles. Liam Ellison here alongside me is Lindsay Clark once again to bring it to you. Linz, that was a terrific performance from Gary and Corey.
Yeah, look, and you could see how emotional they both were after their games. You know, it means so much to them. There's such a quality field here. I think they played like 8 or 9 games at least to get this far. So a really special victory and one I'm sure they'll celebrate.
Two great mates and great to see some emotion as well from Corey winning alongside Gary.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it means so much to them. And they've won on the biggest stage. They've won here, which is ultimately probably one of the biggest stages in the world as well. Just so many competitors. They come from all over to play in it. So a fantastic victory.
Coming up next, the women's singles. Olivia Cartwright has won through to take on Dawn Hayman, who has been scintillating throughout the last fortnight.
Yeah, look, Dawnie Hayman, she's been on fire and has been for a good couple of years at least. Liv is coming through the ranks. She's going to be a young one to watch, I think. I don't think she'll be overawed by this, women's singles final at all, playing against Dawnie. She'll be looking to get off to a good start and hopefully give her a good game.
It is going to be some challenge, that's for sure. Let's have a look at the 2024 version just quickly. And Lara Butler, congratulations to her getting it done in this very stage last year.
Yeah, that's right. Against Kelsey Cottrell, probably, again, the most informed player in the Australian Open history. Lara was in sensational form. She was about 6 or 7 months pregnant as well. And she just, never let Kelsey get away from her, wasn't overawed. She represents Switzerland as well, so she knows what it takes to play on the big stage and just played fantastically well and had so much support. You can see how much that meant to her last year to win that one. And she's got a little bub with her this year. And interestingly, she bowed out in the first round through the sectional plays.
Wow.
But, very special win for Lara.
That was a little bit of a surprise, but nonetheless a great memory for her. This is how they both made it here for Dawn and Olivia. Olivia winning 21 shots to 14 over Jessie Cottle, and it was a close one for Dawn Hayman in that semi-final.
Yeah, look, and Dawnie, she had 2 cracking games. Beat Kelsey Cottrell 21-19. Lena Ahmed, who plays for Malaysia and is one of the best of all time as well, 21-19. She's a real fighter, and she'll be up for this final today.
She sure will be. And well, for Olivia Cartwright, obviously it's a big stage coming up against Dawn. How do you go into it mentally, do you think, Linz?
Yeah, look, I think she's pretty confident. I actually played her this morning in the women's fours final. She played really, really well, so she's already got 1 silver in the bag. I think she'll be hoping just to improve on that and just give a good game to Dawnie. So she's got nothing to lose.
That's got to be a good way to prepare, do you think, for the final? Would you prefer to have that one, the fours in the morning, just to take your mind off things possibly? Obviously both the final, but you're not spending the whole morning just thinking about the singles coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if you could win that, it would have helped, but sorry, Liv.
Yes.
We took that one from you, but I think it definitely helped get the nerves. She had some teammates around her as well, which would have helped. And they're all going to gear up and support her on the game today.
Oh, congratulations once again, Linz. It was a great victory for yourself this morning. 11 AO titles total.
11 AO titles for myself and Kelsey Cottrell, but I love seeing all these highlights out here tonight. This morning, 8 a.m. feels like a long time ago. But yeah, we had a great win and we got lots of great history with the girls as well. So yeah, lots of fun.
Congratulations. It was a terrific way to start the day. Finals day here at Gold Coast at Broadbeach Bowls Club, and the women's singles coming up just after this. Welcome back to the beautiful Gold Coast here. Broadbeach Bowls Club is the setting. Wonderful day, 20 degrees, blue skies, and we have the women's singles final coming right up. Olivia Cartwright and Dawn Hayman here on the main green at Broadbeach. Great crowd in store. Plenty in the clubhouse as well, watching on the standing room only, and Lindsay Clark is down there with the 2 finalists. Linz.
Thank you, Liam. Yes, here with the 2 superstars. Liv, how are you feeling, mate? Your first ever Australian Open singles final.
I'm so excited, so pumped. The bowls have been coming out good. I've had a pretty good, successful campaign so far. Looking forward to just having another good game on the pretty good greens.
Tell us about the support back home from Moama. We've seen all their supporters, they get round anyone wherever they're playing. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So they've actually got a support crew now out Moama, so it's on the big screen. So I've got a big fan club back home, and then my old club Hilltop as well. Shout out, they're hosting a social day where they've got it on the big screen as well. So with the fan back at home, I couldn't have asked for any more support.
Beautiful. Tell us, what's been the recipe to your success so far? It's not an easy event to get through in singles, but to get here on the main stage, what's been going well for you?
I think it's just belief. You know, I've put in the hard yards off the green as well as on the green, and you know, that big support family that I've got. I think it's just, you know, trust in yourself and belief, and that's really paid off. So just one more and see what happens.
Love it. Well, all the best. Good luck to you against Dawny Hayman. Pretty good memories on this rink, mate.
Yes, I think you can relate to that too, Liddy. Yeah, last time I played, we won the World Triples, so that's pretty exciting, yeah.
Tell us, Liv, she's mentioned the support. You always have supporters everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, the Dawny Hayman fan club follows you.
Yeah, it's an awesome support base I've got with family, friends and club as well. I know some of the directors have come up last night to watch, so yeah, no, I'm very thankful for that.
Lovely, and you've had a great campaign as well so far, really good and deep in the team events. Something special about playing singles, though, you've been out here before?
Yeah, I have been out here before, not the result I wanted, but yeah, let's try and rectify that today and just trust the process and see what happens.
Beautiful. Well, all the best. Good luck to you, Dawny, and your fan club as well.
Thank you.
Back to you, Liam, for this one.
Thanks, Linz. Great to hear from both Olivia and Dawn. Prior to this singles final, joined alongside me for this final is the great Karen Murphy. Karen, welcome.
Thanks, Liam. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic to have you with us in commentary. Linz, will hear from her as well throughout the broadcast. This is going to be a lot of fun. Dawn Hayman, who is just one of the big names, in-form players in world bowls right now, and what an opportunity for Olivia Cartwright.
Yeah, absolutely. Both girls have been in sensational form. Dawny will be quite excited to be back on this rink after winning gold in the triples in the World Championships, and Liv's just had a really great campaign. She's been very consistent over the last 12 months, so I think we're in for a great game. Sure
are. 21 years of age. Hadamawama. Here's Dawn Hayman, New South Wales, St John's Park. Some of her career highlights there. Has been here in this singles final before, back in 2022. But she won the silver medal, hoping to go one better here this afternoon.
Yeah, she's had a great sort of few years in the Australian Open results-wise. So she's not foreign to playing in finals at the Australian Open, and obviously on this rink as well. So yeah, I spoke to her before the game. She was a little bit nervous, but I said I'd be worried if she wasn't. So
that's right.
I think, I heard her say in the interview with Linz, trust the process. We spoke about that. What's worked for you so far? Up until the final. Yeah, just trust the process.
First couple of ends, Linz, a good way to ease into it when you do have those nerves.
Yeah, definitely. I think once you get your first boulder, even the 2 trial ends that they get, I think that's really going to help. I think the anticipation is always worse. The nerves are always worse than when you actually get out there, doing it. Both they've played hundreds and hundreds, thousands of bowls before. Once they get into knowing what they're doing, I think that will dissipate, especially if they can get off to a good start.
Absolutely. How's your fortnight been as well, Karen?
Up here as a selector with Gary, who just commentated. So we've been watching some wonderful bowls over the last couple of weeks, and there's been some newcomers, some really great performances from some sort of new faces into the fold, and then also the people who, like these ladies fours that won this morning, these the old stalwarts who still keep bringing it. And Aaron Sheriff, wow, like that was an unbelievable bowl he played yesterday afternoon to get himself into the final. So Australian Open could be better.
How are you finding watching the bowls, Kaz, versus playing? You've played 30 years out there, now just watching and supporting.
Look, I'll be honest with you, just between you and I. Yeah, as a selector, you have to watch a lot, and I'm very competitive, and I'm not a great bowls watcher, but I'm getting better. But no, it's my role as a selector, and we put a lot of time and effort into that, and a lot of evidence based, on all the players. So it's a job that's a hard job, but I also enjoy it at the same time.
And such a crucial part of this cycle going into the next games. That's got to add a little bit just of extra pressure for the bowlers, do you think?
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously the format's changed for Commonwealth Games, and then we follow that up with World Champs only a year later on, going from carpet straight onto Leamington Spa in England on outdoor greens, which is, yeah, I mean, every country's faced with that, but it's a hard transition for sure over that 12 months.
We've just had a hot tip off what is it? Like hot off the press. So Chloe Stewart is actually sitting rinkside with Liv Cartwright as her coach for this match. So obviously they were teammates in the fours. They've played a lot of years together, and I think that's pretty cool. You know, to have a coach there, someone that you can talk to, not necessarily telling you what to do, but just have that, you know, reassurance, give you that confidence, a little bit of a pep talk, maybe when things aren't going so well. So Chloe Stewart in the coaching seat.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Chloe's recently retired out of the Jackaroos, and I think you're right. For our viewers at home, Linz, having a coach rinkside isn't to tell you what shot to play. It's actually just maybe to vent to and sort of bounce off when things are going well and maybe not so well as well.
And we'll see Chloe as well tomorrow in the women's pairs final.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's why she's out there. She wants to get a bit of a really close look at the rink and work out what she might do.
Playing without pressure and expectation now. It's, as you well know, Linz, after recently being retired, it's kind of nice, right?
It's lovely. Just good fun now.
Underway here. The women's singles final. Olivia Cartwright to lead us off the mat.
Yeah, first end's always hardest, I think, where there's a little bit of nerves around, understandably. So, yeah, Liv's just a yard short or so. She'll be a little bit tight, I would think, physically, and just, yeah, wait till those muscles relax and off she goes.
Yeah, we saw it a lot in the men's pairs, but that first bowl dropping that metre or so short, especially after you roll the jack seems to sort of float along the green a little bit further, that yard or so. So it'll be interesting to note if they catch on to that or not.
Jack runs a little bit quicker than the bowl. Sometimes it doesn't always run the same, does it?
Looking to pass this time for Olivia. It'll do so nicely.
Played it well here.
Really well.
Yeah, I love talking to Liv pre-game there. Not really a lot of sign of nerves. She really backed herself and she's up for this challenge. And yeah, love to see that with the young ones coming through. Absolutely nothing to lose. And that's all that confidence. It's based on the fact she's done the work. I don't think, as you'd know very much so, about you can't have confidence or fake confidence if you haven't put the effort in first.
No, absolutely. Preparation comes from... confidence comes from preparation, there's no doubt. So... yeah, there's nothing worse than going into an event where you haven't prepared properly. It's the first thing you'll blame when things aren't going well. So we see Liv on this grandstand side of the rink, or the clubhouse side of the rink. Nice weight. Green looks to be nicely paced. There's a nice bit of finish on it.
Yeah, I think it's a touch sort of slower than it has been traditionally, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, the greens run beautifully here, but it's probably around that sort of 15-ish mark, which is a really nice pace and allows for good draw bowls and good shot play.
Yeah, I think when you guys won your world triples, it was running well, wasn't it? Like
it was schmick.
Humming.
It was it was going nicely. And, you know, my first bowl of that World Triples final was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches away. I'm like, oh, okay, I found it. And from then on, we had a successful finals. So
try to keep the surprise look off your face.
I did. Yeah, really important to get this first end under the belt, just with some good bowls.
Yeah, effort there from Liv. Well, she's grouped 3 really good bowls there within a mat length of the jack. It's a good start. I think from Dawn's perspective, her sort of strength is her big whack, you know, her big hit. So I guess, you know, key for her is to her first 2 bowls try to put her under pressure, and if she does get into trouble, she's got that nice big hit on her.
Not quite waiting strong enough that time for Dawn, but it's one from it. She'll take the first lead in the singles final. 1 shot to nil thanks to Tripperdeal. Roll into your next bucket list holiday today with Tripperdeal, www.tripperdeal.com.
Well, it's a great shot from our drone above Broadbeach Bowls Club here. That's a wonderful shot. Gives everyone at home a great perspective of what it looks like here rinkside.
Yeah, there's a great crowd in here. I know we've had the multi-disability singles going on out the back with the men. Damien Delgado taking gold there, which is fantastic. A lot of people on the veranda. It's just such a great vibe here at the Broadbeach Bowls Club, Australian Open time.
Well, that's the start you want there from Dawnie Hayman. She did say her go-to length was going to be long.
If you're new to the Australian Open, 4,000 plus competitors over 15 venues throughout the fortnight, culminating here in Broadbeach. Singles format, 4 bowls each, just to 21 shots to decide it.
Liv's taken some impressive scalps through the singles event here, Linz. And one of those, I actually watched that game. She accounted for Taylor Bruce, the world singles champion, 21-1. And I watched that game, and like from a scoreline point of view, you think, wow, like that's amazing. But Liv played really well, and Taylor was just a little bit off. And probably the score didn't reflect the game, to be honest. But I have to say Taylor's reaction to that, and she was very, very great, very respectful, and she took that loss really well. Yes, but some great scalps there that Liv has taken through the event should give her great confidence going into this final.
Yeah, I think if you're losing 21-1, if that's me, I'm grateful my undies aren't up the flagpole. If you don't score, that's what the rule is out there in social bowls land.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, sometimes the opposition is just too good, and that's what happens. So there's always another game of bowls.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Brings you back down to earth, what are they? So you can go out and play a great game of the game after. So it's bowls is a good leveler.
Yeah, Liv just needing to try and get another one in the zone here. Weight's okay, just diving underneath a little bit.
It's our first long end we've seen, obviously second end of the game, and Dawnie's tactic to go long.
Sleep deeper, recover faster, perform stronger. Wake up refreshed, energised and ready to dominate every game on the green thanks to OMF. Two up for Dawn.
Would you call that colour, Linz? Is it peach, would you say?
We've had this debate too.
Oh,
we have.
you?
So last night I was team salmon, but Rebecca Van Ash told me it was peach. As apparently Kelsey Cottrell said, Andrew Howie, who runs our fantastic events team here, also said peach. So that's why I mentioned peach.
Yeah, I think it's peach. Salmon's probably a bit darker.
I started the day salmon. I've come to peach as well, thanks to you, Linz.
Team peach. Yeah.
So it's to replicate apparently the sands or the golden beaches of the Gold Coast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's either peach or a very overcooked piece of salmon. One or the other.
So Dawn's added another with a shot to come from Liv.
Yeah, big bowl right here from Liv, N2. Gets the bowl away really nicely. Stays down on the shot.
Not liking it, but it's probably our best one.
Dawn will take the ends. Now we assess the damage. 3 it is, and a 4-shot lead early for Dawn Hayman.
First multiple of the match, and Dawn Hayman extends her lead to 4.
Yeah, it's kind of a different game, singles, I guess, to anyone that was tuning into our pairs. You run out of ends in pairs. You need to really keep in touch with the game and not get it too far ahead. Was in singles, it's the first to 21, so you've got all the time in the world as long as you get to 21 first.
That's right.
So just got to get on the board here, Liv, and start her campaign onto that number.
Yeah, which brings confidence, you know, and it's about momentum, isn't it? You know, if you can win back-to-back ends, the ends tick along and the score ticks along nicely. Not dropping numbers, just a one here or there is fine. So how many Australian Open titles does that make, Lindsay Clark?
That was 11 today.
Do you get sick of winning
Never.
Australian? Oh,
Never,
right.
ever,
Okay.
ever.
Yeah, you say that every time I ask you.
I know.
I think it's really well done.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. The feeling of winning definitely trumps that feeling of losing, which is why we keep coming back. Great start there from Liv. That's what she's after.
So where does that put you as all-time Australian Open wins?
Top, mate.
You're the top.
Yeah, I was already top with Kelso, though. Equal top with Kelso.
That's what I... okay. So,
Yes.
So, all right. So you need to lose, Kels, and then, like, go on your own, do you?
Well, she was... I'm not playing singles anymore, so she was meant to win the singles and take over. But, yeah, just went down to Dawnie Hayman by 2 in that classic quarterfinal match at Helensvale a few days ago.
I did hear a little bit of unluckiness for you guys.
Oh, that was the pairs, sorry.
Oh, the pairs,
yes,
right.
that
Okay.
was... yeah, we're not talking about that, Kaz. We've moved on from that.
Yeah, okay.
How did you handle the photo, Linz? You've run out of hands now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I need... Maybe my kids can put their hand up as well now in the background.
She's gone to toes. Good shot here from Liv. Really found her range going in this direction in that longer length. Two good openers.
It's a nice weight that she's after. Just get into that rhythm again.
Dawnie chasing. Line's good. Is she there?
Trying. Just a touch
18,
shy.
18 inches or so.
The indication, still 2 shots to live.
Liv just wanting to replicate her last bowl, just making sure she doesn't get any movement on Dolan's last bowl on the line there. Yeah, even anything just around her shot bowl, dropping into the blue bowl behind the jack's very good. Oh, that's okay. No harm there past the jack.
Yeah, it does give you options. I think, you know, if Dawnie does happen to get the shot here, Liv's now got one past the jack, so she can play a little bit more aggressive if that's in her nature. I haven't seen a lot of Liv's singles matches. If, you know, she's a bit aggressive at times or mainly just backs herself on the draw.
I think she's a good draw shot player.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of her singles either, and when I saw the game against Taylor, she was just really consistent on the draw, so...
Dawn Hayman from 2 down.
Needs to run. And
Nice
has.
line. That's a great
Wow,
shot,
great
Dawnie.
shot.
She wasn't sure of it. She didn't chase it.
no.
Looked a little bit unsure. She was higher, and it sort of travelled a little bit on that nice arc inwards towards the jack.
See the replay here. Perfect. Little front noser. Angle's good for Liv if she can get to the shot bowl with her last bowl at the back now.
First class from Dawn Hayman to snatch it back. Thanks to Titanium Caravan. Service your caravan with the industry leaders. One to come for Olivia.
Nothing too aggressive here from Liv. She's arriving though. It's not far away.
Oh, that's unlucky.
That's
She's played it
stiff.
very well.
Great shot. Unlucky.
Yeah, she gets a bowl out clean there. She makes 3 or even a little bit more of the jack. It would have been happy days. But Dawnie, another one to add to her score.
Just got it too well.
So 3 straight ends for Dawn. to make it 5 shots, the differential.
To amazing destinations like Asia, Europe, Antarctica and more. Head to Tripadel.
Kaz, you mentioned you had some bit of a pep talk with Dawnie prior to the game. Has she got a rinkside coach out there, do you know, it all throughout, or is she just kind of doing her own thing?
Didn't mention it, no. I think she just, she was nervous, but she was up for a chat, which was good. It's always good to, you know, get your feelings out and just talk game plans and things like that, so. Weight's good. So great. Liv's got the followers at home, got her on at the club. So
Yes.
hi to all the people there, the Liv Cartwright supporters.
Yes.
Down in Victoria.
Love that. All the crews. I mean, there's
So
probably
good.
bowls clubs around everywhere that have got
Yes.
this on. So big shout out. We've got such a wonderful community in our sport and the clubs and the members, volunteers. So hopefully everyone's enjoying the viewing. But yeah, Moama, one of the greatest clubs that you could ever want to get to.
Absolutely.
They host fantastic events. They've got great facilities, great management and team down there. So
One of the hosts of BPL. Always a great week down at the BPL at Moama. Dawnie just lagging that one up a little bit short. Sun's decided to poke its nose through those clouds up there, a bit brighter now.
yeah, a little bit of shadow as well, just like hovering right where the jack is situated. Makes it a little bit challenging with your depth perception.
And that shadow will get longer and longer as the afternoon progresses. Chasing. Close here.
Doubles up the count.
Not sure if it just looks a little bit pushier going into this direction for some reason. I don't think it's the wind. There's not a lot of wind around, but yeah, just a little bit pushier towards green 3. Weight's handy here. Shot.
Two down to 1 up for Olivia. Not far away from a toucher either.
Yeah, I would love to see Liv get on the board and just see what she does with this length. Dawnie's kind of in her own lane at the moment.
One thing I do like about Liv's game, Linz, is her composure and her presence on the rink. She doesn't change a lot. Like if she's not playing well or down, as opposed to when she's playing well, you can't actually tell. And I love that. From a mental toughness perspective, it's a really good skill to have.
Yeah, very true, Kaz. I think you're always in the game then. You can always fight back. Just watch as Dawnie comes just under the jack. Yeah, she always fight back. You never want to give your opposition anything, I think, out there. When you're playing someone who you can see is very clearly frustrated with themselves or the green or the rink or the score or their teammates, it's like rub your hands together, happy days. You just thrive on that every day of the week. So,
yep.
Yeah, so very cool, calm customer, young Liv. She'll be excited, hopefully, to get on the board this end.
I have to say it's one area of Dawnie's game that she's really improved in the last couple of years, and that's probably from playing, you know, like a lot of international and a lot of high-end bowls, but she's really improved that area of her game, which is really great to see because she's got all the shots.
Yeah, I think with Dawnie, she fights so hard and wears her heart on her sleeve, and sometimes showing that in the early, when she was younger was out there, but yeah, she's definitely matured a lot and gained a lot of experience in that department for sure.
Definitely.
Olivia's on the board in the singles final. 1 from it cuts the margin to 4 shots. Thanks to Tripadel Incredible Tour and Cruise Holidays Made Easy here on the beautiful Gold Coast for the Oz Open's Women's Singles Final. Welcome back to End 5 here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. Doesn't it look terrific? What a facility. Arguably the home of World Bowls. Some of the biggest events have been held on this very green. Dawn Hayman and Olivia Cartwright locked into the tight battle in the women's singles final. And here is the analyzer, all thanks to Right at Home. And this is Olivia Cartwright getting on the board. So important in a singles final.
Yeah, look, it was, Liam. I think, just to relieve that tension or feeling like you just can't get it yet, the crowd really want to see a good dogfight here. So anyone that wants to get on the underdog, they're on Liv's bandwagon right now and just want to see a score. So pretty close for shot here as we look at end number 5. Dawnie just wanting to make sure of it now.
Opportunity for Dawn. He's close for that shot.
Played it very well. Any little movement for... Whoa.
Has she ever?
That's a great shot.
Picture perfect for Dawn Hayman.
2 and a look. You see the replay here.
7-3.
Lovely angle, straight to the jack, right on the line.
3 from it, makes it 8 shots to 1.
Yeah, you find in singles, those that can score multiples, 3s and 4s, they really help in your quest to get to that 21 first.
With a range of canopy styles, high-tech membranes to choose from when it comes to premier bowling green canopies, Max is in a league of their own.
Well, Liv really looking to score this end, I think. Linz, she doesn't want to let Dawnie get too far ahead of her here, and 21 ends goes fairly quickly when you drop a couple of multiples. So important for Liv to just try and bridge that gap a little bit.
Yeah, Dawnie's definitely a front runner. You let her get away too far, she just sort of steamrails you at some times, and it feels like there's no stopping her.
Yeah.
So yeah, important to wrestle that back, especially after dropping a 3. Even if you can get 1 here, really helps get that momentum back.
Well, it's a fair start here from Liv. That's a really good. She'll be happy with that. Scored going in this direction. So she'll be wanting to replicate that.
Beautiful smooth action of Dawnie Hayman. Down nice and low, releases the same every time.
Yeah, technique on point. Good shot there, a couple of feet past. That won't hurt. Always for our viewers at home, if you do play a loose bowl, I always try and take a positive out of it. You know, was my weight good or was my line good? Not the opposite. Oh, my line was terrible or my weight was terrible. So you always try and pick something positive out of it to build on, to correct with.
Yeah, I love that theory as well, Kaz. The problem is when your line and weight is terrible.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
You're then trying to find something. My then thought is, okay, I've got another bowl.
Yeah, that's
No
right.
worries.
That's right. Like I look at Liv's last bowl, and she, I would think if I was Liv, my line was good. I just need to add a yard. Ideally, cover and counting to Dawnie's back 2 here.
Yeah, she needs another one in there. I think Liv, Dawnie's probably got 3 seconds at the moment.
Well, she looks higher out of the hand. She's got the weight. She should get back from there. Needs to get down a little bit. Well, that's going to help. Close for second.
Yeah, it's a good effort.
Yep.
Audica Hearing Care experts offer personalised hearing solutions to help you stay connected to the moments that bring you joy. Still holding one, Olivia.
Draw shot here for Dawny. Can afford to just land the bowl or trail the jack, but I don't think she'll be racing at it, Linz.
Yeah, look, she'll back herself on the draw, I think, here. It's not often you see her not play at least one bowl on the draw shot within a foot or so.
Indicated she was a little bit quick when she let it go. She's not far off. Wow. Good judge. She was about a bowl too quick.
Yeah, definitely got second now, though.
Yeah. That positive reinforcement for Liv. Okay, what was good about my last bowl? My weight was good. Close enough to count, just to narrow it up a fraction.
Yeah, these free kicks are really important in singles games. You've got nothing to lose here. Play nice speed. You could even sit Dawn through her last bowl for 3. Draw inside it, you get 2. First multiple of the game for Liv. It's on its way. All in the speed now, needs to run up a little bit.
Still travelling, not quite.
Nearly.
Confirmation of the one from it for Olivia. 2 of the last 3 ends for her.
Cartwright adds to her tally, picking up 1 shot. Hayman now leads 8-2.
Thanks to Tripadil. Roll into your next bucket list holiday with Tripadil.
Results. The best in over 50s living. Visit www.
Well, hasn't scored in this direction yet, Liv. I wonder what sort of length change she has with the jack. Well,
Not much of a change.
no, not much of a change.
Interesting
Yeah.
theory.
Thought she might have went Matt up a little bit or shorter jack with Matt on the tee, but
She's changing hands instead. She's going to try out
Well-
this backhand now.
I actually really like that tactic. Dawny's played quite a few good ends on this grandstand side. Liv hasn't really, when she was playing on the other side, hasn't really hit the line lens.
Yeah, she's been in the zone, but not quite on top of
Well,
it.
look at this changeover
Fantastic.
and hit the line.
Very, very good there from Liv. Good to get on top of that and not let Dawny have a free rein.
Yeah, you're playing your opponent's same hand, can get in their way and put them off a little bit. So a good tactic.
Sun beaming down here at Broadbeach. Superb opener from Liv. Dawn passing as well.
Yeah, Olivia is definitely a bit of a fighter, a bit of grit about her, which I love. We spoke about that prior to the game, the confidence. But you know, she was invited to trial just recently with the Australian women's team. Natasha Van Eldek had an injury, so called her in last minute and by all accounts played extremely well and wasn't out of place with the top 10 women in the country.
No, that's for sure. Played it down at Terralgan on the carpet as part of the Commonwealth Games trials and played really well. Yeah, she fitted in really well with the girls and certainly wasn't out of her element, that's for sure. So we also selected Liv for the Oceania event at the end of last year. It was her first international away with the girls, and I think she really enjoyed it and she performed very well. So obviously coming off that carpet at Moama set her in good stead for a carpet event.
Yeah, interestingly, a lot of the games up at the Australian Open are on carpet now with 2 lovely indoor surfaces at Helensvale, Paradise Point. There's a lot of synthetics around, which is very advantageous if you've got a carpet in your home club.
Yeah, both of those carpets at those clubs are high quality as well. We'll see Helensvale's newly laid or recently laid. Dawny's looking to trail the jack here, but she's got
What a
it.
shot.
Oh, that's a shot.
Dawn Hayman.
That's a shot. Just the one, but a really good one. Liv finds herself with nothing past. You see the replay, gets the jack 4 on the replay, nudges it past Liv's bowl.
She's definitely very good at snuffing out momentum changes in games, Dawny.
Some shot from Dawn Hayman. Thanks to Right at Home, improving the quality of life for those we serve. Just hit a flush for that trail by Liv. Now one up with a pair of bowls remaining.
I guess the good news for Liv is that she's just changed from this side of the rink, so she knows it. I think just a confident draw down there. Doesn't want to be short. Give herself a chance to get to the bowl. She's only one down, but confident draw. Weight's nice. Oh, she's got the jack, and it's just gone to Dawny's back bowl. Great shot.
Yeah, she's still one down, but it's probably not as risky as it was before. She only had one in the head prior to this shot and just got a little bit too much of the jack and still one down, but 2 in the head, as we said. And most she can go down is 2 at the moment. Couple of feet for Dawny to play with here.
Back on her favoured hand, still staying on that backhand draw. She's probably got 14 inches or so to score. Not quite. Track was good.
A little bit tentative on the draw, which is understandable when Liv's just behind the jack.
She now leads 9-2.
Dawn will add another 9 shots to 2.
Great crowd in today for finals day here at the Australian Open.
Oh, it's such perfect weather, winter time on the Gold Coast. The sun at this time of day, it's just a nice warmth. It's such a wonderful place to come watch bowls and play bowls and just be part of the atmosphere. I'm obviously biased, this is my hometown, but everyone, you just got to come along. If you're a bowls supporter, a bowls player, just a lover of the game, get to the Australian Open on the Gold Coast in June every year. There's not a better place to be.
Started off a bit cool at the start of this week, and the wind was a bit fresh, wasn't it? Like there was days where also the players, you know, still in their hoodies, but well, you were because you're a cold frog. But but it's warmed up as the week has progressed.
Yeah, the sun definitely makes a difference. If the sun's out, we're going okay. When it disappears, bye-bye 10 degrees.
But I tell you what, at 5 o'clock, it's cold. Like, yeah, just it looks a bit pushy heading into this direction towards green 3.
Yeah, they definitely don't quite have as much run on there.
No. 2 different paces potentially. I always think every time I come to the Gold Coast for the AO or in winter, the days are a lot warmer. Like I'm from Wollongong, down south of Sydney. Days are a lot warmer, but as soon as that's like the sun goes down at 5 o'clock, I feel like the nights are just as cold.
I'll tell you what, as
home.
someone from Melbourne, I'm not sure if I can really pick up what you're putting down here.
Fair
It's a
enough.
summer holiday for me.
Fair enough, Liam, as Dawny plays an absolute howler again. Made the correction. Liv just asking the question, where is that sitting in relation to the jack? Just wanting to know if she can still play the same hand or a changeover is required. It's a bowl short of jack.
Nice confident draw here from Liv, trying to trail the jack, and if she misses, she gets herself some nice position in behind the jack. Still running, she's close. Yeah, that's a good shot. Just rocks back off it.
Great angle from bird's eye view right up there. Still just a 1 to Dawny.
Good shot. Dawny looking to do the same. Trail the jack around the corner, giving herself some position if she misses.
Liked it off the mat, Dawn, stalking it down.
Linz, you're a local. What time of the day does the green drop off?
I'd say, yeah, probably around 4. 3:30 to 4, you know, a little bit earlier as we get into winter, but that, yeah, 3:34. And you can see it, you know, that if you're playing social bowls or a tournament, you can see it across the green as every rink seems to be dropping a heap of bowls that yard or 2 short. So it is something to be very aware of. I don't know if it's a grass up here or...
What a shot.
Wow. Great job.
And a fist pump there from Liv Cartwright. Loving that. That's a shot. Nice and positive there from Liv. Cracking shot as we see the replay.
Just held nicely past the front. She really set that end up well. Here we see a bit of emotion from Liv. Yeah. There it is. Yep. Go girl, but set that up really well with 2 good lead bowls. Gave herself some chances. Dawnie's been asked a question again.
She nearly made 3. What a shot.
Taking a couple of deep breaths. Take some time.
Backhand draw here for Dawn. Body language suggests it's a bit quick, Linz, but it's pushing into this direction. She's not far away.
She sits on something. Oh,
what an effort.
Just gone through the hole. Did give it a chance, though, which when you're down, it's the first thing you want to be able to do.
Wasn't far off.
Big moment here.
Should be the first multiple for Liv of the final. Can she add to it?
What hand would you play here, Linz?
Well, I think something similar to what she'd been playing, but she did start with, she did 2 on this side and 1 on the other, and she could probably, yeah, play either here. She knows both sides quite well already.
She can afford just to get to her second shot there, or if she's just around it, potentially even just draw inside Dawn's closest bowl at the back.
Yeah, there's definitely less danger on this forehand side. All in the pace now, needs every bit of run.
Any movement on that bowl there is close. Yeah,
that's well played.
Should do it.
Looks like she has. Olivia Cartwright pumped up.
She promoted her front bowl too, but I don't think it quite made it. 3 it is.
That is really going to launch her back into this final. Now 5 shots to 9, favouring Dawn Hayman. Important moment for Liv here after 8 ends in the women's singles final. Thanks to Palm Lake Resort, the best in over 50s living. This is your time. Visit www.palmlake.com.au. 4 shots, the differential. We'll take a short break here. The AO 2025 women's singles final.
Welcome back to the 2025 Australian Open with Tripper Deal. A fantastic women's singles final underway. Dawn Hayman holding sway 9-5. Still lots of action to unfold here this afternoon on the beautiful Gold Coast. I see Dawn Hayman needing a big bowl here.
Well, it's been an exciting end, Linz. Dawnie's last bowl, close.
She's watching this, needs any bit of it. Well played, Dawnie.
Yeah, good shot.
Unlucky not to go with it.
Maybe 1 down. That was a great end.
Yeah,
she
well
got
played.
it. Oh, that was a great shot. What a great end.
Yeah, really great bowls there from both girls. Really nice one there for Dawnie after losing that multiple, the last end. She's importantly got the mat back, got the jack in hand, and back to the longer length end. She leads 10-5. The race to 21 shots.
You won't miss a moment if you drink wise at the 2025 Australian Open.
Well, tit for tat end, that last end for the girls. Both girls played a really good end, some nice conversion shots. Dawnie ended up having last say. 10-5, still nothing in this game. Dorney just pulling up short. 4 feet or close to. Liv switching to this commentary box side of the rink, going with Dorney over the last couple of ends. Again, sees the two players pull up short with their first bowl in this direction. Still short, still a metre or so short there from Dorney. Opportunity here for Liv Cartwright. Well, weight's a little better, still not on it, a couple of feet.
Changed up the length on this end too.
Yeah, that longer length into the pushier direction has kind of caught the girls a little bit. This will sneak under probably enough for shot. A little bit of a loose end. But I think you find in this game it's not necessarily how much you nail it, you just have to beat your opposition's closest bowl. So Liv's probably got a yard or so there to play with. Any movement on her own bowls or beat them?
Still needs to run. Couple of feet still. Sometimes it's about believing what you see. Seems to be the pushier direction. Anything past the jack's always obviously a good shot.
Aero's Actuality logo. Personalise your set of bowls with any logo you wish. Printed directly onto your bowl permanently in full colour.
Backhand shot here for Dawn. Played 3 on the forehand. Indications is that it's quick, but as we know, it's a little bit pushier going into this direction, so looks just a fraction through, but gave it a chance. I like that. Liv probably just weighing up how many seconds she has, if any. Right, Liv Cartwright. 10-5 down, last bowl. 10th end of this ladies singles final. She's on the forehand, which may indicate she's going to play through her own bowls. Confident draw shot. Any movement of her own bowl onto up and up towards the jack is good for Liv. She's trying here. Oh, she's just missed it. The weight was great.
Inches away from promoting it forward. Dawn will take the ends.
Yes, I think she'll be disappointed with that, Liv. It was a soft 2 there, but Dorney happy to get another couple on the board.
7 of 10 ends now for Dawn Hayman.
2 shots to Dawn
12
Hayman.
shots to 5, thanks to Tripper Deal. Check out their tour and cruise packages to amazing destinations. Asia, Europe, Antarctica and more. Head to tripperdeal.com.au.
Visit www.titaniumcaravans.com.au.
So 12-5, Dawnie Hayman from St John's Park Bowling Club in Sydney. Great opener here. Toucher.
Yeah, I feel like Dawnie hasn't even really got started yet. She's up 12-5, and she has played some good ones, but not probably as consistent as Dawnie has been used to so far in this tournament. So she'll be cheering she's up, but also knows she's got a bit left in the tank.
I think for Liv, just the consistency on a draw shot, Linz, if she was going to improve something, it would be her first 2 bowls. Just trying to put some pressure on Dawnie would be her main priority, I think, to try and get herself back into this game.
Yeah, or even, you know, getting that first one up and past. You know, this head here is a great example. Anything up through Dawnie, through the jack, and if you drop short, you're on it yourself. She's played great line, Liv, but right in her eye probably on that line.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Last couple of ends, just first bowl short.
Decided to go back to that forehand side again.
Well, she's given it a show. That's good. Just position there.
Great to see a lot of the juniors in the crowd, Kaz, and a lot of our Academy and Pathways crew out and about. We've got a couple of young South Australians just coming in.
Yeah, young Corey Hicks and Enda Penchua. As we know, the under-18 boys and girls singles is on at the moment. Well, that's 3 solid bowls there from Dawn Hayman.
Yeah, there's Dawnie's family.
Ominous signs here from Liv Cartwright at 12-5, 3 down. And
Sure is.
Love this. She's coming up to have a look, just settle herself down. Good tactic, Linz.
Yeah, look, she did ask a question. You know, the conditions of play say you can't go up until after your 3rd bowl. However, there are extenuating circumstances like this where you ask a question and are allowed to come have a look. So, yeah, really good here from Liv. She can check out the angles. The hardest thing from the mat end is trying to judge the depth or how far short or past bowls are. You can very obviously see if you're wide or narrow. So, really good to have a look and see how the head's looking for her.
Great.
Sleep deeper, recover faster, perform stronger, wake up refreshed and energised, thanks to OMF.
I think it's a great chance to compose and reset yourself when you go up and have a look at the head as well. I think sometimes when, I know myself, when I'm not quite playing as well as I want to, I quicken up. So my tempo of my game's a bit quicker, which is not ideal, and so my process changes. So I like that tactic from Liv. It was good. Just giving this a show.
Needs to hang around a bit more. Weight was probably pretty good there.
It was.
Has cleared a bit more of a path now. Up to Dawnie to decide where she goes here. She's probably got 2 and a look. There's no real danger areas for Dawnie either. She's Liv's only got 1 past the jack.
Well, I guess one thing Dawnie doesn't want to do here, Lindsay, is pack the head and create a target. At the moment, it's not too bad. Probably the Dawnie's bowl, the toucher, as we can see to the left of screen or left of the jack, is probably Liv's best chance to score off. So, you know, draw shot for Dawn on her forehand, inside edge of that toucher, and just try and change the head up would be perfect, I think. As you say, no real danger, so no need to cover as such.
Big moment in this singles final. Multiple here for Dawn. She will really be putting the foot down.
Yeah, forehand it is. Probably just looking to work off the toucher here, I think. Tidied up a fraction. Needs to run a little. It's probably 5th shot, I would say.
Yeah,
there's not a lot on for here for Liv. I mean, she could try play aggressive and get something up onto the jack or take a couple outs. She could try just play over the draw, like you said, Kaz, get off the wing one of Dorney's.
She's also got nothing to lose by running at it. You know, she's 3 down anyway. So, as you say, she pumps that flat bowl on the line up through the jack, or she gets 1 or 2 outs, a great result.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to see Coach Chloe coming into fruition here. Be loving to have a little microphone on this chat. What do you think, Skipper?
Fly on the wall.
Yeah, probably having the same conversation we are. Do I draw it off? Do I play some big weight?
Yep.
What's there to risk? What rewards could I get?
Yep. What's the worst case scenario? What's the worst that can go wrong? A glamorous looking coach. Chloe in her casual gear. Nice to see her out of bowls clothes. That good sounding board, I think, for Liv, just to bounce ideas off with Chloe. It's nice. I would actually like to see her play weight.
Yeah, look, she's had 3 attempts at that kind of draw it off shot. So yeah, got to have some weight to try and make something happen. Take your chances. Go, having a little look. Having a little look. Needs something. Oh, she's played it well, but not the result she was after.
Saved 1.
A bit of a big sigh there from Liv.
Another end down. 2 it is.
2 indeed. She asked the question of the head. Got some movement, but still 2 for Dawn Hayman. 3 ends running. 2 of the multiples, and now it's 14 shots to 5. Dawn Hayman is looking fantastic after 11 ends here on the Gold Coast for the Oz Open Women's Singles Final. Thanks to Trippifield. Welcome back to the sunny Gold Coast here for the 2025 Australian Open. Thanks to Trippifield. Dawn Hayman and Olivia Cartwright locked into this women's singles final. We're in the penultimate day of the AO. Olivia Cartwright currently holding shot over to Dawn Hayman. Promotes her bowl, still with Liv, Liam Ellison, Karen Murphy and Lindsay Clark with you in commentary.
Weight was good there. That was good effort from Dawn. Gives Liv an opportunity with these free kicks we spoke about earlier. Holding 2, looking to draw another shot for 3, which would put her 14-8. Creeping ever so slightly towards Donny's score here, but these are the real important ones, aren't they, Linz?
Yeah, they are, Kaz. And I think as well, like at the moment, you're not thinking too far ahead. If you leave, you're like, yeah, a couple of multiples, trying to get to double figures, you know, chip away at that lead.
Small goals, right?
Small goals, yeah. And again, similar to Dawny before, but I don't think Liv's quite hit her straps yet either, so she'll know that. Just needs a couple of good ends together. Needs to just get under her own.
Played a good shot again.
Well. 3 great bowls from Liv.
Good shot there.
Made the most of that. Game on.
Second 3-shot ends of the final.
Exactly the same bowl as the last. It's even on the same trajectory there as we see the replay. But again, we spoke about momentum in singles games. Back-to-back ends is so important. And if Liv can score a double here, get to within, as you said, Lynn's 14-10, it's a big turnaround. Win the end, very important. Shorter length, good tactic. Great crowd in today here too, Liam. So good to see, isn't it? Bowls community getting right behind this Australian Open event.
I'm sure it is. People securing their seats over an hour before the first final.
Camping out. Great start. 14 inches or so in front. Shadow's not playing such a big part yet on this rink. They will do as the afternoon wears on.
Shot for Dawn with a reference point.
Gives Liv a bit of an opportunity to use the inside edge of Dawn's bowl. She's under it, she has the jack. If she's tight, she can turn her own bowl up. This is just under the line, a fraction. It's a little bit of breeze, just got up. So we were talking as Liv's bowl went down. 14-8, we are far from over. There's a lot of life left in this game yet. Yeah, good shot.
You drop a multiple, you're really wanting to score on the next end, and if you can get your own multiple right back, it really helps that confidence swing. Big moment of the match, this one. Switching hands.
The weight's very good here. She's in the area here.
Just needs some connection.
That's good. Still 2 down, but it's a good shot.
Yeah, I think Liv's just catching herself a little bit without anything past her head, and makes it tricky for her to play something with her last bowl to make a shot. But the good thing on this end, Donnie doesn't have anything past either, so there's still chances for her.
She won't be overly happy with that one, Donnie. As you say, Linz, Liv without a bowl past the jack. I think she just needs to reach up on a forehand. Anything inside her bowl that's standing up or off the inside of Donnie's shot bowl, she'll score.
Yeah, there's lots of options, lots of angles, lots of ways this could work out for her. Finding bowlers, you've just got to let it go in the right areas, and the rest is kind of out of your control. So working up there, any kind of weight, you know, she could play a couple of feet through, all the way through to the ditch if she wanted as well. Lots of options.
As you say, any weight, Linz. Worst bowl she could play here would be short. So she needs to give it a show.
Yeah, really taking her time here.
I think just over the draw is probably the best bet, because Dawn's still got a bowl to play. If Liv does halve the jack, she's going to give her a lot of room at the back to try and draw the shot. So I think even a yard over or so. Well, she's on the backhand. Weight it is. Let's see if fortune favours the brave here.
Watching this one. Oh, she's played it well. That's good enough for one on the respot.
Well,
Dawny now has
6 feet.
Yep,
6 feet to draw the shot, and that was a great shot from Liv. But probably just that danger that if she didn't get it right in the belly, that was going to be the result to give Dawn a bit of room to draw. These are the hardest ones, aren't they?
Look, I haven't known Dawny a lot of years. I'd almost, actually, I'm not going to say I'd put my house on it because I'll lose it then. But, you know, she spends a lot of time working on these kind of shots, you know, drawing to the tee, mat at various different lengths.
Jack hasn't been on the tee in this game in this direction so far.
Did I say I'd put my house on it? I think we're right.
You put your house on it?
Well done, Dawny. Well played there from Liv, but Dawny has all the answers at the moment.
Yep.
Sure does. Never mind it pulling up. It's drawn right next to it. Great shot from Dawn Hayman. 15 shots to 8. Starting to get to that pressure stage for Liv. Multiple here for Dawn, and starting to look down the barrel.
Yeah, pressure, it does funny things, and you know, as Dawny inches closer to that 21, that starts to have an element of pressure itself. You know, Dawny feeling like she's so close to winning it. Just got to stay focused on the process, be in the present, play each bowl one at a time. Still a lot left in this game. Really nice opener here from Dawn.
Yeah, good shot.
Really good for our first one in this direction. It's been a little bit of a battle so far. Just a foot or so past the jack.
Nice weight here from Liv. Great reply. And they're both girls giving their first bowl a good look at that jack with the first. That's what you want. Pulls a hand away. Dawny, generally, body language would suggest it's a bit quick. Wasn't. Well, I think if I was Liv, I'd be looking to work around those mini goals, Linz, of probably just getting to 12. You know, she's 8, another 4. Gets to 12, gets her within 3. Winning the end is super important here for Liv over these next few ends with Dawn on 15. She's edging closer. You don't want to let her get away too much. You're gonna get down. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah. 2 blue paddles there. Still a little bit of room. Liv just through with the first one and a little bit short with the next, so needs to plonk one in the middle somewhere. Great line with both bowls.
She's in the area for a result here. Well, weight was good. Weight was good.
Caught a helping hand as well.
A little rub off the front, which was fortunate, but she was in the area. A little bit tight if you see the replay. Yep.
Possibly some fortune, but a couple up regardless.
Yeah, Dawny doesn't have anything past the jack either. Catching both girls, I suppose this is not a lot to play for, and unless the jack might be able to go sideways potentially off Liv's second shot.
Well, I think Dawny's best result would be trying to draw it on the forehand, second shot flopping off the back bowl, maybe a little bit of jack movement, but I think one down is a great result here for Dawn Hayman. Liv's last bowl's a toucher as well.
Looks like she's lining up for some speed.
Okay.
Okay, a bit of aggression here from Dawny.
She looks to be under. Liv has to be a little bit careful here too. Backhand draw might be the safer option here for Liv.
Yeah, she really does. Put it in there in the wrong way, it's going to ricochet out.
That's Dawny's first weighted shot as well in this game. Don't mind her open her shoulders up a bit.
Yeah, I suppose she thought she didn't have too much to lose. You know, if she did get onto the shot, it might have ripped out Liv's back one. Yeah.
Yeah. Gives her a good feel too if she needs to drive over the next coming ends.
A little wry smile there from Liv. Didn't try too hard, I don't think, with that one. A nice 2, gets it a double-figure mark.
Cartwright, she gets to double figures.
Speak of those mini goals, Karen, that'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Gets her within 5. And again, we spoke about it this end, back-to-back ends, momentum, scoring on this end, bridging that gap.
15 shots to 10.
It would be fair to say, from what we've seen, Liv has scored more in that direction that she just scored in than going in this direction in the game.
Yeah, I think, and probably because it's been a little bit looser, I feel that way. Like Dorney's really found this backhand coming in this direction, you know, really solidly and put Liv under a lot of pressure. That way's the other direction's been a little bit freer.
Yep.
A bit more of a free grab for Liv at times.
Yep.
Really nice opener here. Just needs to run to the jack.
Great shot.
Lovely start. Here comes Olivia Cartwright.
Right on the line, inches off the front of the jack.
I was going to say, Kaz, how do you find it? Like, Dorney's probably been the better player, just as the scoreboard would indicate, at 15-10. Someone's coming back at you. What's your mentality when you're out there?
I think it's just stick to your process, you know, like, you know, what Dawn's been doing so far has been working, right? She's been beating it to the jack, putting that consistent pressure on your opposition. So that would be my idea, is just to keep at that. Keep putting her under pressure. It's hard to get out of trouble every end if you're under pressure with your first 2. You're like, sooner or later you're going to crack. So, I mean, that's key for both of these girls.
Another nice bowl going in here from Liv. Just needs to get on the line as well.
Yeah,
very nice.
Good shot.
It's obviously the form that has seen her make it all the way through to the women's singles final in one of the biggest and probably best events in the world. The ripe old age of 21 now. She turned just a couple of days ago.
It's not a bad payday, regardless, for a 21-year-old.
There's some way to celebrate.
Yeah. Well, Liv, I'd be just looking to beat Dawn's back bowl with this one. What she doesn't want to do is put one right next to the shot bowl or give Dawn any sort of target where she can manufacture a shot, because at the moment Dawn hasn't got a lot on.
Yeah, she swapped hands, thrown it out a little bit.
Well, it's better than next to it, that's for sure.
Yeah. A little bit in no man's land. She's covering her face with that one, Liv.
Laughing.
Not quite where she wanted, but yeah, again, not a target there. Dawn just looking for a little bit of movement on any one of these bowls here. Try and fatten up the target.
It's an effort here.
Get a bit of movement onto the jack. Really good bowl. Second shot.
Good shot. Yep. Take your medicine. Good second in there.
Yeah, played that really well, Dorney.
Well, Liv's weight was really good with her last bowl. I'd just try and halve a grass or even a bit more and just get to that back bowl of Dorney's on the forehand, behind the jack.
Yeah, making that back on your jack.
Yep. As a player, you need to preempt what your opposition's going to play. So Dorney's best shot is up and over on the shot bowl and popping the jack to her back bowl.
Yeah, I think Dorney can't afford to play too much weight. If she gets onto Livs with big weight, she's popping herself out. So good call there from Kaz. Could be a coach one day, mate.
One day.
One day. Really well played.
That's good.
Anything in behind there is really handy.
Not quite the right side of the line. If Liv was probably looking to be on the outside of that, but it's still good. Dorney needs to be a bit careful, as you say, Lynn's just sort of confident draw shot up and over on the shot bowl, looking to get a 2 rolls on the shot bowl. Jack back.
There is a slight gap as well, I think, between the bowl and jack, so there's a chance of a little peel off with no jack movement, which is also advantageous for Dorney. A couple of options on here.
Weight's really good. Really good.
That is a shot and a half. Well played, Dawn Hayman.
That is a great shot.
Could it be close?
Dorney's got the shot here. That, as we see the replay, weight, bang on point. Jack just peels through, little slide off her own bowl. I think she's done enough. Yeah, fist
Pumped
pump.
up. She is pumped up.
Perfectly executed. If she's got the shot, looks like it from here, but obviously it must be close,
The angles are deceiving,
isn't it?
Liv's not wanting to give it away, so out comes the measure. Yeah, I think it's Dorney.
No, Liv's.
Oh, it is Liv.
There you go.
I think Dorney thought she had it as well, and it actually looked like from the commentary box that she had it, so still a good shot.
15-11.
Well, it's 3 of the last 4 ends for Liv, building some momentum here, back within 4 shots. This is absolutely game on.
Yeah, it's what everyone in the crowd wants to see, a really good fight back and then a tussle right to the very end. They've paid good money for these seats.
So what, for me, I think what has set this up for Liv in this momentum swing has been her first bowl. You know,
100%.
She has really put Dorney under pressure over the last couple of ends and scored the last few ends. So she'd be looking to keep that up, keep that pressure on, and the pedal to the metal, as they say.
Yeah, she'll definitely be feeling a little bit more confident, I think, now.
She's done it again.
Really found a rhythm.
Well, okay. Liv's found it.
She's not just getting kind of roundabout now. She is really in that tight zone. Right, getting down to that jack.
Great reply here from Dawn. That is a great bowl.
What a shot, Dawn Hayman.
Now they are both locked into the clubhouse end.
Not unfazed by the pressure from the first bowl. First bowl pressure from Liv. Dorney trails it off. Little fist pump. Switch of hands here.
Yeah, she'll have 3 goes at that hand. Good time to do it. Probably, you know, just trying to get something a little bit past or promote her own bowl. Grab the jack on the way through. Giving us too much here.
It's not too bad. It's close.
Needs to run.
It's close.
That's a great effort, Liv.
3 great bowls. Just started to cool off a little bit here at Broadbeach. Sun's gone behind the clouds.
Jack is this far off the centre line, inch and a half behind your ball.
Tight around the jack to open this end.
Anything around her own toucher is a good result here for Dawn.
Not quite what she was after.
Yes, you can.
Bit of a grimace there from Dawn. All right, Liv going to have another little look at this. See if there's any way she can promote her own bowl up onto Dorney's shot. Pop it out. Stay there for a couple.
Sort of weight, do you think, Linz?
I think you just got to play enough weight that it's got to be able to turn around Liv's first, the shortest bowl of her 2, that she can get back to it. And if she's missing high, she's going to have something past the jack. So a good yard or 2. Give her some options. It's not easy for Dorney to make more than 1 this end, which is also a bonus for Liv.
She's chasing.
Asking it to hold.
She's chasing here.
Still very
Any
interesting.
movement. Oh, it's good weight. It's ended up in a nice home back there. It's probably where Dorney wants to match.
Yeah.
Anything between the jack and Liv's last bowl is pretty handy for Dorney right now.
Parks one behind.
Yeah, pretty perfect. So Liv now just needs a little bit of contact on her second shot. Probably just a little bit less weight,
I was going to say same sort of weight or change that up?
Probably a little bit less, just to try and pop it. She's got to try and get around her front short bowl. It's on its way.
She's looking.
She is looking.
She's close here, isn't she? Lynn's on the
Anything
track.
past. Oh, she was. All she had to do was get
missed
past
that.
that.
Good shot.
Played it really well. That's all she can do. Fortunately, just clipping her own bowl. It was on for all money there. Importantly, though, she's finished just past as well and not given Dawnie a lot of room to try and get another one.
Exactly. Hasn't given Dawnie a lot of look to score a multiple on this end.
Biggest lead of this final for Dawn was 9 shots at one stage. This will give her possibly a little bit more breathing room once more. Door just remains ajar for a multiple.
Not a mile away here, Dawnie. Just a little bit tentative, which is to be expected. A nice shot there.
One from it. Back out to a 5-shot margin. And if you're new to bowls, watching around the country, this singles format, first to 21. Treated to a good one here. Dawn Hayman got off to a hot start, winning the 3 first ends. 5-zip she led it. And Olivia Cartwright has really found her feet over the last 5 or 6 ends to make a fist of this final. Another handy opener.
Keep running here, Liv. Just dropped a little bit short of the jack. Such a good line. Still one for Dawnie.
First to it on this end. Don't think either of those bowls are going to be the end winner. Yeah, good grouping there for Dawnie. Weight's very good. Correction for Liv, 1 yard.
A little bit shy again. Track was good. Left the door open for Dawnie to nail it here. Really put the pressure on. Very well played, Dawn Hayman. Can't leave that open for her too often. She'll make you pay.
She will make you pay.
The Dawn Hayman fan club excited with that one.
They've gone up. Well, pressure bowl here for Liv. Second shot would be a great result here for Liv on the draw.
Yeah, she's changed up her hand. It's gonna
Needs
get
to
back
get
in.
down.
Just hanging off there. On the positive, it is something past. She does now have the tee, the respot. She wants to be a little bit more aggressive. However, she doesn't have anything within that yard or so of the jack.
Well, Dawny be looking for a repeat of a last bowl with this one.
Yeah, Liv just taking a moment with the coach just to try and let out some energy. Four here would be well, hard to retrieve from Liv Cartwright. This is a big moment in the match.
Just 5 away, 3 up. Dawn has found the track once again.
Yep.
It's a drop inside her own.
That is in the mix.
And you talk about pressure, this is as big as it gets for Liv Cartwright. 16-11 down on the board, 4 down on the head. Has battled a bit with all 3 of her bowls. She's going to win this title. This is probably the moment.
All 3 of Liv's bowls on the positive are bang on the line. She just hasn't found a weight. So we take a positive out of the last bowl. A line's great, 4 feet off, and she's right in the mix here.
It's away.
Is she there? Is she there?
Battling a bit.
No, she's not. Well, a little tiny fist pump there from Dawn Hayman on the walk-up.
It's going to be 4 for Dawn. She is 1 shot away from her first AO singles title.
20-11.
Just a loose end for Liv when she didn't need it or want it.
She really felt like she was coming back hard there in that one. It's not over yet. Like sometimes the last shot is the hardest one to get.
Sometimes you want to be on 19 and get 2, so you don't have to get that last one.
Yeah, I think last night, was it last night? All the days are blending in at the moment, but Cohen Litfin versus Aaron Sheriff, the king of the AO singles. I think he was up 20-12.
Yeah.
We were playing our fours final. Obviously, Cohen's one of our athletes in our academy and emerging Jackaroos program I look after. So was very intrigued to see how that game went. And he got back and he got back and he was scoring 1 and 1, got a couple, and he fought all the way back to whole game. And the king just too good.
Yep. 2 bowls peeled, both bowls out across the front of the jack to make a 1 to win it. What do they say, Linz? Sometimes it's not how many you play, it's when you play them.
That's true. I'm pretty sure he would have played a fair few good ones
That's true.
in that match. But
That is true.
I was talking to Cohen and he said that one regret from last year's final when Aaron drew it was he wasn't close enough. He had 6 inches, whereas yesterday he was right on the jack and still couldn't win it. So good start here from Liv.
No, Omar's been in some phenomenal form over the past few years, as you say. King of the singles here. But he's just got that knack of playing the big ones when they matter. Absolutely.
It's just a crazy record for the amount of games you have to play and the quality of people that are in this field.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
And one man sends in his way.
Yep.
Nathan Wilson.
Yeah. Shot there from Dawny. Yeah. Knows these greens so well, plays so well on these greens here at Broadbeach and surrounds.
Yeah. I feel like you can sense in Dawny here. She can smell victory. Very steely, very determined. A little bit of a fist pump, bit of energy for her here. Liv needs something special. Just crossing under the head, missing the line.
Well, you're 1 shot away from victory, holding shot.
Just lobbed it out a little bit high there.
Emotions high for Dawny.
Yeah, the heart rate would be going, I think. Even at 20-11, when you're 1 shot away and you're holding it, you're holding game. Oh.
Anticipation.
A bit of wind picking up as well.
player in Liv's position can often think, well, I've got nothing to lose, and you play freely. Oh, she's locked her own bowl.
That was definitely a free kind of shot. Any movement on the jack was coming right out to Liv's too.
Really good effort. Bit of a smile there from Liv.
The crowd are willing this to keep going. They want more action.
Yeah.
I feel like it is a dead draw though for Liv, and she's got 10 inches, maybe a little bit more. What are you doing here if you're Dawny, Kaz?
Well, she's got two options. She could go back and play a positional bowl and make her play it, or she could try and get a better shot than she already has. I'm thinking I would probably try and get a better shot. I'd probably try and just beat my own back bowl if I was Dawny. She's a little bit quick. She comes to a good spot, but it's going back.
She's gone the cover.
Yep. Just making Liv play it.
Yeah, I suppose Liv gets a jack out there. She's 3, maybe 4 down, where Liv draws it off. She's probably 1.
There's not a lot of target there, is there? But better to be safe than sorry, they say. The wind's really got up in the last couple of minutes. Well, here we go. Liv Cartwright. Down game.
Looking to extend proceedings.
She's not short. She's given a little show. She's under.
Dawny's done it.
We have our women's singles winner for the Australian Open for 2025, Dawn Hayman. Fist pump.
She is pumped up, rightfully so. Dawn Hayman, the crowning moment here at Broadbeach. Her first Australian Open singles title, second AO title, a pairs victory in 2019 to go with it. Well deserved. What a moment. Dawn Hayman, been building over a number of years now. Karen Murphy, that was a great performance.
Wonderful game from both girls. Liv Cartwright, 21 years old, and Dawn Hayman, probably the more experienced player in the Jackaroo squad, has finally got her maiden singles victory. She's very happy.
Warm embrace from very own Lindsay Clark, has raced down onto the green. All smiles.
The great Dawny Hayman,
superstar.
Australian
Dawn
Open singles champion 2025. How does that feel?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm a bit lost for words at the moment. This is something I've been chasing for quite a long time, and I'm just so overwhelmed to actually get the job done this time.
You played so well out there, and big credit to Liv. She really gave it to you and was coming back at you, but you kept your steely determination and kept fighting.
Yeah, no, Liv was awesome. She's had a great campaign, and she should be really super proud of herself. I know her family are, and all the crew back in Moama, so congratulations to her.
Tell us about the support. We got all your family up there, the crew back home at St John's Park, everyone here supporting you. How great does that feel as well?
Oh, it makes me feel amazing. I do it for them as much as I do for myself, and I just can't thank them enough.
Beautiful, mate. And tell us about this feeling. You know, you've won a lot of stuff, but how good is this? Your own singles title in the Australian Open.
Yeah, I can't ask for much better. Like I said, I've been chasing it for so long, and it's just such an overwhelming feeling just to get the win.
Beautiful, mate. Well, very well deserved. Congratulations. Our 2025 Women's Singles Champion, Dawn Hayman.
Well done to Dawn Hayman. What a moment. Great to see how much it means to her, Karen. To be chasing it for a number of years now, as she said. She's broken through. There was a silver medal performance in 2022 as well in the singles.
I don't think I've ever had any doubt that she could have the ability to win an event like this, Liam, but, you know, doing it's another thing. You know, there's so many games, so many quality players in this. As we see Dawn go over to the Dawn Hayman fan club. That's lovely. Really nice to see. She's got a great supporter base, as she said in the interview pre-game. Yeah, she's pretty happy.
Friends, family, St John's Park jerseys there, home club. Let's have a look at our drink-wise moment of the match. And it was that 4 count in the 17th end that broke it open for Dawn.
Yeah, it certainly was. Thanks to Drinkwise for the moment of the match here. really was the end that laid the platform for Dawn's win in the last few ends of this game. Just lands on her third bowl there for a count. It was just one of those, probably Liv's loosest end in the match. Took Dawn to 20. She picked up a 4, moves to 20, and then wins the very next end to become 2025 Australian Open women's singles winner.
Celebrations will continue here at Broadbeach. Stick around. Just after this, we'll go to the presentations. It's been a ripping day here in Broadbeach. Men's pairs finals in the book. Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly getting it done. And then the women's singles. Dawn Hayman breaking through her first singles title and did so in convincing fashion. A fantastic performance. And we've got another day of play here remaining at Broadbeach. But first, let's get on over to Lindsay Clark with the presentations to celebrate these two victors.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed the conclusion of the first day of the 7+ Fox Sports KO and Sky Sport New Zealand broadcasted finals here at the 2025 Australian Open on the Gold Coast in Queensland. That was a magnificent end to the men's pairs and blue ribbon women's singles events. So please put your hands together for all of the finalists that have competed valiantly here today. An event of this magnitude would simply not be possible without the generous support of valued partners. So I would like to sincerely thank Bowls Australia's partners for their support, including Tourism and Events Queensland, Experience Gold Coast, Australian Sports Commission, Australian Institute of Sport, Commonwealth Games Australia, Puma, Right at Home, Audica, Drinkwise, Aero Bowls, Titanium Caravans, MacMax, BCIB, Tripadil, Original Mattress Factory, and our broadcast partners in 7+, Fox Sports, KO and Sky Sport New Zealand. Before the presentations occur, I would like to make special mention and acknowledgement of the Broadbeach Bowls Club for their integral support of the 2025 Australian Open, and welcome Chairman Pierre Vesterveld to the lectern, who has a special announcement to make on behalf of the AO's valued event partner.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real honour to stand before you at the Broadbeach Bowls Club, a venue that has proudly been the home of the Australian Open finals for the past 10 years, since 2015. Today I'm thrilled to share some exciting news on behalf of the club. Broadbeach Bowls Club will continue as the finals host venue for the Australian Open for at least a further 3 years, through to at least 2029. This commitment means so much to our club, our members and our broader community, and it's a testament to the strength of our partnership with Bowls Australia, who continue to deliver a world-class festival of bowls with passion and professionalism. We're also grateful for the support of the events partners, including Tourism and Events Queensland and Experience Gold Coast, whose backing ensures this event continues to thrive right here on the beautiful Gold Coast. And speaking of milestones, we couldn't be prouder that one of our very own Broadbeach Bowls Club representative, Aaron Sheriff, will take to the green tomorrow in the blue ribbon men's singles final. Aaron will be chasing a record extending 4th straight singles crown and an unprecedented 7th overall, a truly remarkable achievement that reflects his skill and determination and enduring connection to this club and this event. But above all, it's you, the players, the spectators, and the bowls community who make the Australian Open what it is, the biggest and richest bowls event in Australia and the world. From across Australia and around the globe, your presence puts Broadbeach front and centre on the international bowls map. And we thank you sincerely for your continuing to make this your home of bowls each year. We can't wait to welcome you back for many more years of spectacular finals actions right here at Broadbeach. Congratulations to all of today's finalists, and the best of luck to all of tomorrow's final competitors. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the 2025 Australian Open.
Thank you, Pierre. I now welcome Bowls Australia CEO Matthew Kennedy to the lectern.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a fantastic day of bowls here on the Gold Coast as part of the 2025 Australian Open. We've just been treated to two sensational finals, the fiercely contested men's pairs and the blue ribbon women's singles, showcasing skill, precision and elite sport at its finest. To all of today's competitors, thank you and congratulations for giving us such a memorable spectacle. Before I continue, I wish to acknowledge the Bowls Australia President, Ian Evans, and also especially the World Bowls President, Brett O'Reilly, and World Bowls CEO, Neil Dalrymple. It's great to have you here in attendance at the world's biggest and richest bowls event. As we reflect on the day, it's important to acknowledge that events of this scale and impact simply don't just happen. They are made possible through the combined effort and support of many. A special thanks to the incredible team here at Broadbeach Bowls Club, led by Chairman Pierre Vesterveld, General Manager Simon Neal and Bowls Manager Jay Globitz. Your hospitality, facilities and passion for the sport help make the AO a standout experience for players and fans alike, and we're proud and privileged that you'll continue to be the finals host venue for at least the next 3 years. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our valued partners, including Tourism and Events Queensland, Experience Gold Coast, and the many commercial partners who continue to support this event and the sport more broadly. I want to sincerely thank our broadcast partners, 7plus, Fox Sports, KO and Sky Sport New Zealand, for their commitment to showcasing bowls to audiences across Australia and beyond. Finally, to the players, whether you took home gold or silver today, you've earned your place among the very best. You inspire the next generation and you embody the spirit of our great game. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you all back at Broadbeach for more finals action tomorrow.
Thank you, Matthew. We will now crown today's Australian Open finalists and champions with their medals, trophies and cheques. Firstly, to our 2025 Australian Open Men's Pairs Silver medalists, presented by Matthew. Please congratulate Jacob and Kane Nelson. And now to our Men's Pairs Gold medalists, presented by Pierre. Please congratulate Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. Gary will now make a short speech.
Firstly, just like to thank Bowls Australia and all their partners. It's a fantastic event. Love coming to the AO. So thank you for your support. To Andrew Howie and his team. There's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. So for you guys, well done. To all the host venues and volunteers out there. Obviously, there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes again. And these events can't run without your support. So thank you. To Aero Bowls, Sharon and Walter for their continued support, for Gary and myself, thank you guys. To Rilla Bowls, Philip Kipp and the board of directors at Rilla for allowing Gary and myself to have the time off we need to compete at these events. It doesn't go unnoticed, so thank you. Obviously to Jacob and Kane in a fantastic final. Obviously it's a great effort to get this far, so well done to you guys, and the future is definitely bright in our sport. And I suppose lastly to one of my best mates, Gary, it's an absolute honour to share this green with you. Probably get a bit emotional, but thank you, love you bro. And obviously to Dawny, winning the singles, and Liv on a great final, well done to you guys, and good luck to everyone tomorrow. Thank you.
Well done, Corey. And now the winners will receive their trophy and $8,000 cheque. to this afternoon's encounter with the women's singles silver medalists, presented by Pierre. Please congratulate Olivia Cartwright. And finally, to our women's singles gold medalists, presented by Matthew, the very deserving winner, Hayman. I'd like to call upon Dawnie to make a brief speech.
Firstly, I'm just going to say I'm really sorry if I miss anyone because I'm really overwhelmed at the moment. But firstly, thank you to Bowls Australia and your partners for running another Great Australian Open. To all the volunteers, host clubs, thank you very much for your support. To Liv, that was amazing couple of weeks you had. You should be so super proud of yourself, as I know your family and your club are. So just a round of applause for her, please. Thank you to my club, St John's Park. A few board members flew up today or last night to watch me, and a couple of teammates stayed on to support me, and I really appreciate that and everything the club does for me. Thank you to my sponsor and Liv sponsor, Henselite, for the ongoing support you give us. Some great new products have come out and we can't wait to try them. Thank you to my family, I should say family and friends and broader as well. I couldn't do what I do without the support of those people. So I really thank you so much. I know it doesn't really show sometimes, but you guys are what keep me running, and just, yeah, I couldn't do it without you. So thanks so much for your support. Yeah, as I said before, I'm really overwhelmed. So thanks very much for everyone for the support, and yeah, good luck to everyone else tomorrow.
Well done. And now our champion will receive her trophy and $15,000 winner's cheque. That brings an end to the formalities of today's live 7plus, Fox Sports, KO and Sky Sports New Zealand broadcast finals. Please join us again tomorrow for the grand finale of the $314,000 Australian Open, live from the Gold Coast, Queensland, with the women's pairs final commencing from 11:30 a.m, followed by the blue ribbon men's singles decider, live on 7plus, Fox Sports, KO and Sky Sport New Zealand.
Fantastic scenes here at Broadbeach. Congratulations to the victors today, Dawn Hayman, Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. It is a truly open event and the richest in the world, over $300,000 in prize money. And it is some feat to come away with this singles title for Dawn Hayman, taking home a handy cheque to her name as well, well deserved. And Lindsay Clark, this has been a lot of fun. We've got one more day of action to come.
Oh, it's going to be exciting, Liam, if that's anything to go by. What an exciting time for bowls, for the players. So many good bowls, good moments, some sad stories for the losers, but they still go home with a silver medal.
They sure do. And let's look at our titanium caravans moment of the day. And it's Dawn Hayman turning her 2022 silver into gold here this afternoon.
Yeah, look, she played some spectacular bowls out there. Liv asked every question of her. She just had an answer. She just played so consistently well. You could see she was really determined, and just hearing her speak then, so emotional. It just means so much to her and her family and all the supporters.
It was so great to see her, to be able to celebrate with those supporters here in person at Broadbeach, making the trip up from Sydney.
Yeah, look, definitely. She always has a lot of support here, and yeah, just to be able to do that for them as well, very special.
Let's look at the broadcast schedule for tomorrow, starting off with the women's pairs at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Narul and Emma from Malaysia taking on Selena Goddard and Chloe Stewart, who we saw in the coach's booth today.
Yeah, look, I think she got a good view of the rink and what's going on there, but it's going to be a great final. The Malaysians are always hard to beat. They train religiously and they are so good on this stuff, so it's going to be a great final.
And then the men's singles final, Aaron Sheriff gunning for 4 straight and 7 total potentially singles titles alone at the Australian Open against Nathan Wilson.
It's a ridiculous statistic, Aaron Sheriff. He is the king of this rink. Nathan Wilson, you know, he's the brother of the very famous Aaron Wilson. He will really give it a shake tomorrow. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain, so can't wait for that one.
Certainly does. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll join you tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, all the way through to 4 around the country. It's been great to have your company, Liam Ellison and Lindsay Clark with you. Well, what a day's play. Congratulations to Gary Kelly, Corey Wedlock and Dawn Hayman taking out the singles title. We'll catch you tomorrow for more 2025 Australian Open action.